We begin tonight with a loss for Donald Trump. Congress officially thwarting his plot to hinder voting by mail. President Trump had openly admitted his goal of undercutting this forthcoming election. And tonight, that does not look like some kind of grand strategy, but rather Donald Trump sabotaging himself instead of the election. Because Donald Trump's own Postmaster General, Louis DeJoy, is now formally backing down from those controversial changes to handling the mail, which includes mail ballots, until this election is over. So the reality tonight, as the nation takes in the Democratic convention this week, and of course Trump's convention next week, is that even in this, yes, polarized and chaotic era, facts still matter and pressure works. Americans saw this new pressure immediately from protesters outside the postal chief's home, showing that direct action can work on seemingly broad issues like the fair handling of mail-in ballots, which is sort of conceptual, just as direct action worked on more tangible issues like the police killings that were protested this summer. And this pressure has swiftly changed postal policies that might have helped suppress the vote. It was fortified by Speaker Pelosi, taking the unusual and severe step of calling Congress back early from its August recess for an emergency session to protect the vote. And DeJoy agreed to testify. This all comes after legal expert Neil Katyal was telling us on MSNBC just last night that this forthcoming hearing, as well as going under oath, would put legal and even potentially criminal pressure on the Trump appointee. He will face the Homeland Security Committee in the Senate first this Friday, the House early next week. And apparently to get ahead of any such grilling, today he literally caved in writing, formally halting these new policies before the election and committing, quote, "We will deliver the nation's election mail on time." Meanwhile, top attorneys general say their approach will be trust but verify when it comes to Donald Trump and the vote. 20 states standing ready to sue over any backsliding.
I guess I'll say I'll believe it when I see it. I will not let my foot off the gas so long as the postal officials continue to violate the law.
One attorney general prepping to take the Trump administration to court over all this joins us later this hour. House Democrats also intend to press DeJoy and basically get into those dramatic Postal Service letters, which, as you see here on the map, argued recently that they didn't think they could process ballots in time in most states. That apparently may be nixed by these changes. Now, as Donald Trump loses this round in the standoff, Americans are seeing a Postmaster General who, let's be clear, was faced with a choice like so many other Trump employees before him, from Michael Cohen to Gordon Sondland. If you follow the news, you're familiar with this choice, and different people handle it different ways. But the question is often the same. Do you pick Trump over the law? Do you pick Trump and what he's saying this week over your own personal career or even freedom? It appears this Postmaster General, who was, of course, hand-selected as a Trump supporter, did not want to spend the next 2 months as the person standing between America and a fair election. And not amidst this pressure, which, of course, was dialed up on the convention stage just as it was being ratcheted up in Congress.
We've got to request our mail-in ballots right now, tonight.
The unthinkable has become normal. He has tried to prevent people from voting, undermine the U.S. Postal Service.
Put on our masks, pack a brown bag dinner, and maybe breakfast too, because we've got to be willing to stand in line all night if we have to.
The future of our democracy is at stake.
We have got to vote for Joe Biden like our lives depend on it.
Hey, I'm Ari Melber from MSNBC. You can see more of our videos right here, or better yet, subscribe to our YouTube channel below. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that.